Yeah. So before we focus on the development side, on the SaaS development and app development, I built a couple of SaaS companies or SaaS businesses in the sort of social media space and the product management space, which I love doing, and I still work on them and still maintain and support.
Yeah.
And now we've got some great customers, and I still evolve those products as part of my ecosystem. But I found that SaaS is so hard to sell
Yeah.
unless you've raised a lot of money and you've got investors and that sort of thing. Bootstrapping a SaaS company is very, very difficult because it depends on the industry and it depends on the software. But the design, the building of the software is the easiest part. It's the selling it. It's the finding the customers.
Yeah.
And really, that's kind of a big takeaway for me and a big learning is that you shouldn't build something and then try and find a market. You should find a market first, speak to that market as much as possible. And this is kind of one of the oldest sort of business strategies that you should be employing, but you forget to do it, especially if you're like with Bubble and no code. It's so easy to build stuff. So if I come up with an idea, I can build it, and over a weekend or a week, I've suddenly built a micro SaaS tool.
Yeah.
But actually, that was the fun part. And then going out to sell it, you realize very quickly that you've got the positioning wrong, you've got the market wrong. The market doesn't actually want that, or they want it in a slightly different way. So it's the customer acquisition that's the hardest bit for SaaS. So key learning for me has always been find a market first, figure out what they want, and then build to that. Don't build something just because you can, otherwise you're wasting your time.
No, definitely very interesting. Because you see it all the time. It's like these companies like, just got backed by Y Combinator. It's like got sold for like, a 5x, 10x multiple, whatever it is. And it sounds very glamorous, like the SaaS game. Yeah. And it's been something as well that like I've always wanted to like build my own SaaS and like my own software company and all those things. But like the reality is it's like it's not like that.
It's a super romantic, like super sexy business, SaaS. It's kind of like trying to think of an example. It's like e-com, like drop shipping. It's super romanticized. Of suddenly you can launch something and you can make loads of money.
Yeah,
that might happen for a few people if they get. But typically speaking, when that does happen, they've got the targeting right, they've got the audience right, they've done that validation. Yeah, you can't just launch a SaaS and suddenly you're doing loads of AR. Yeah, it just doesn't work.